First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be here. And I must say that all the razzmatazz, that's a new word that I've learned, that we see over here is just scintillating. And all the buzz that was created in the last few days, today being present here, makes me feel that all of that was worth it. Anyway, coming back to the point, my keynote speech. What do you think is the definition of experience? Experience is what happens to us. That's not the right definition of experience. Experience is what we do with what happens to us. My keynote today is about learning from our mistakes. And the title of this speech is, Isn't That Man Enough? Would you like to hold a hand too? The year was 1998, and that was my friend Harshul. It was a friend's house, the friend whose parents were away. And all of us, guys and girls, belles and beaux, were partying there like there was no tomorrow. And there was a circle that was formed inside which all of us guys and girls were dancing, and around the circle I was sitting next to Harshul. Harshul, my so-called friend, was sipping beer and then holding a random hand from among the girls who were dancing and planting a kiss. And he was offering me a hand as well. I was a little high, but I could tell that there was something inappropriate with that. So I just ignored whatever was happening. But Harshul is the guy who is a thorough ruffian, a bully, one who can't take no for an answer. And to my surprise, even the girls whose hands were being kissed, they were kind of okay with that. The reaction was nothing more than, oh, what the hell was that? Or, oh, what a rogue. In fact, some of them were probably happy about it as well. Their expressions were telling me as if they were saying, thank you for considering me worth it. And before I knew it, Harshul once again pulled the hand, brought it closer to his lips, and instead of giving it a kiss, he brought it close to my lips. Be a man. I decided to hold my pint of beer with both my hands and started drinking straight from it in order to avoid committing an act of folly. Saying yes to that would have been disastrous, and saying no to Harshul would have meant that I was not man enough. But Harshul couldn't take no for an answer. He also couldn't take silence for an answer. So he ordered, come on. Here I am holding this hand for you. You can't even kiss it. Be man enough and do it. And do it now. All my value system, all my beliefs, all of those were lying low in front of the shouts that Harshul was making. And that's when I did something that would change my life forever. I actually held that hand and gave it a kiss. Suddenly the entire scene changed. Where it was a loud music which was playing, it was brought into an abrupt halt. The the dimly lit room was suddenly illuminated, and I could see a dozen pair of eyes looking at me with disgust, anger, and disbelief. My mind started to justify my action. Well, even Harshul was doing it, then nobody had a problem, and I do it, and I became the Prem Chopra of the entire house. This is not fair. One of my well-wishers came to me and said, listen man, just buzz off, go underground, let this thing settle down, it'll all be okay. In no time, I saw sides being formed. On the one side was the side of the victimized, traumatized girl. And on my side was Harshul and the rest of the gang. Everybody belonged to one of these two sides. And we were both the sides were there to just crush each other. I could almost hear the song Hum Bhi Hain Josh Mein playing from outside, from the nearby tea stall perhaps, which means we are full of vehemence. It was very appropriate for the occasion. To make it more spicy for me, Kirti, the girl with the ant, she was not there alone. She was there with her boyfriend, Jay, 6 feet 2 inches tall. He emerged from the other side, stood straight in front of me, and gave me a tight slap. I could see my entire life pass in front of my eyes in a flash. I somehow gathered myself. I was scattered all over the room. And when I came back into my senses, I realized that my side was now infuriated. Yeah! In fact, some of them even pulled out the hockey sticks. How resourceful some people are. In no time, they were able to arrange the hockey sticks as well. I went up to the other side, took a few steps, and then I turned around and said, "Shut up!" And then I turned around one more time, walked up to where Kirti and Jay were standing, and I said, "Kirti, I just received a tight slap from your friend. I think I completely deserve that. I'm standing in front of you. If you want to give me another slap, or if you want to give me a punch, but believe me, I am sorry." In fact, no matter how sissy this may sound today, I even added, "And as far as that kiss is concerned, you are just like my sister." Well, nothing happened after that. The drama subsided. My side was completely shattered. They felt cheated, very unimpressed. And I actually heard somebody say, when this was the guy we were standing for, what a loser. Well, I don't know how many of you have made a mistake. Show me your hand if you've made a mistake ever. That's great, congratulations. Because it is said that one who never makes a mistake usually doesn't make anything in life. It doesn't matter if you're making mistakes. What matters is, what do you do after you've made the mistake? Do you own up to it and become a better person? Or do you remain in denial and become worse? Do you fight? Or you take a flight? Or you have a third alternative. You can make amends and you can make friends. Kirti now lives in London. She has twin daughters. She didn't marry Jay. And just in case, if you're wondering how do I know, well, that's because Kirti and I ended up becoming great friends for life. In fact, she never forgets to send me a Rakhi. Now, if that is not man enough, what is? Thank you.